Hey guys, it's JP. We're back with another video. Before I even get into this video about how the group's gonna work, the structure of the group, and giving you guys more information, first I just want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for expressing interest. Thank you for giving me feedback and throwing ideas at me because it really means a lot that like this idea resonates with you guys, and it means a lot that you guys are excited about this idea as well. And if you have any ideas that you want to put like input in the group, please express them because this is our group. It's not my group. You know what I'm saying? It's our group. It doesn't work without all of us. So again, thank you very much. I really appreciate y'all. Hopefully everybody's as serious about this group as I am, because we don't want to waste each other's time. Like if you're not planning on doing this annually or planning on investing in each other and within yourselves, don't want to sound rude, but please don't waste my time or the other people in the group's time. But yeah, moving forward. Boom. All right, so I just want to express some ideas that I have for the group. This is relatively a new idea that I came up with, so I've been trying to think of ways to structure the groups to make it proactive and professional, and again, so that I'm not wasting your time. So here are some of the things I came up with, and if you guys agree with them, disagree with them, let me know. Because again, this is our group. Your input is very much appreciated and listened to, and we're gonna build together. So the first thing that I wanted to not necessarily address, but the first thing I wanted to state, I guess is the right word. Um, I'm looking for four admins in each group: the women's group and the men's group. The men, we already have about 12 to 15 members in the group. The women, I believe we have 4 to 5, but we have a lot more on the way. But the reason why I'm looking for four admins is to help me and help you guys plan, prepare, prep, bring up topics about events, where we're gonna go, the, when we're gonna go, what we're gonna do when we get there, etc. The admins are basically helping me with the administrative rules because I can't do it all myself. Number one, and number two, this helps you guys become more involved and again investing in yourselves, investing in the group. This shows me that you guys are serious, and also helps. The main part is it helps. And it helps to get having you guys active within the group, and that shows everyone that hey, this isn't a waste of time for us. Like it's not just JP talking to us. We're all about it. Granted, admins don't have any specific or special powers over anyone. Everything's voted on. Everybody has equal say. So the admin is just solely helping facilitate the group. So if you're interested in that, please let me know. Secondly, um, this is some of the guidelines. Yeah, perfect. These are some of the guidelines I came up with the groups. One of the main questions that a lot of people had is when we're gonna do these trips. They're not fully sure if they can do these trips depending on what days we're gonna go or because of work, etc., etc. So one of the guidelines slash rules that I made for both groups is that um, when we do decide on a trip and time and place, the time has to be 6 months in advance. So if we decide today on the place, then we can't decide on a time that's before the next 6 months. So what's today's date? Today's date is November 22nd. So 6 months from now, I believe is May 22nd. So we can't do a trip before May 22nd. The reason being is if I give you guys 6 months to figure out you're planning everything, there's no excuse, or there is excuses, but there's no work excuse for not being able to make the trip because you have 6 months to request those days off. And again, like this group is for the people that are serious about traveling and serious about networking. So if you are serious and you have 6 months, there shouldn't necessarily be an excuse as to not having the money or not being able to get the days off. Granted, things do come up in life, and I'm pretty sure all of us are understanding of that. But for the most part, again, if you're not serious about the group, please don't join. 6 months is way more than enough time to make the proper preparations to make the trip. So yeah, that's guideline number one. Everything planned has to be within 6 months. Um, Guideline number two is when we open the poll, so when we vote to decide when we should take the trip, where we should take the trip, and where we're going to stay when we take the trip, the polls are going to be open for a week at a time. A week gives everybody enough time to vote. I know a lot of y'all don't use Facebook. We do have some Instagram groups, so if that's better and you guys want to be added to the Instagram chat, I mean, it's all the same chat regardless, but let me know. But a week gives everybody adequate enough time to vote, and everybody needs to vote because, again, if you're serious about this, why wouldn't you want to vote? So yeah, we're gonna every poll is a week poll. The recruitment uh timeline for actual members of the group is gonna end in at next week after Thanksgiving, the day after Thanksgiving. Only reason being because if I expressed or you expressed this idea to your friends and they're not sure if they want to do it by next week, they're probably not serious about it. And again, we want serious people. But the group does open every year. We can invite more people every year. Granted, everybody gets a +1 on the trips anyways, so you still get to add somebody after that timeline is over. But like the core members of the group ends next week. Um, the next guideline is again the group will decide where we go, where we stay, when we go. Everything is a group consensus, majority rules, kind of voting kind of thing. And yeah, that's guideline number 3. Um, Give me a second. I'm looking at my notes. Sorry. Admins, trips, in advance, groups, polls. Okay. And okay, so yeah, there's 2 different groups. Obviously, there's a men's group and there's a women's group. Some of you guys have expressed that you want the groups to kind of be together, and some of y'all agree that the groups should be separate. Um, so I'm gonna explain why the groups are separate. The groups are separate so that we can focus on the goal at hand. Um, I can't control how every guy thinks. I can't control how every girl thinks, especially your +1s. So I don't. The one thing I don't want to happen is we all come together in Atlanta for Memorial Day weekend to get to know each other and network, and then a bunch of people start hooking up, and then there's a bunch of distractions and a bunch of drama, and yeah, stuff like that. So that's why I kept it separate. And on top of that, it's meant to build friendships. And I know, like for guys, guys are a lot more comfortable and open when it's just guy settings. And I'm assuming it's the same thing for women. But that being said, after the first year, I think depending on how it goes, I think we can vote. The girls group and the guys group can vote to see if year 2 that we do it jointly, then year 3 separately, or the next 2 years we do it separately, and then year 3 we do it combined. I'm open to all types of feedback. I just for the first year, I just want to do it separated, just to see how it goes. Because again, the focus is to network and build a friendship. Um, Next is the goals of the group. So there's 2 main goals of this group. The goal number 1 is to build friendships. Goal number 2 is to network. The reason why I say goal number 1 is to build friendships as opposed to networking is because you're more inclined to network and help somebody out that you're friends with as opposed to someone that you just met on a business level. You're also more inclined to come on the trip next year if you like the people and you're friends with the people that you're networking with, if that makes sense. Because again, this doesn't work unless this is an annual commitment. So yes, again, the main goal is to build the friendship because if I become friends with you and I see you every year for 6 years and a job opportunity opens, you're gonna be like, hey, I know JP, he's good at this. Let me see if I could get him this job at my job. Or let's see if we can start a business together. As opposed to, hey, I only know JP through business avenue and my friend is just as good, so I'm gonna get my friend. You know what I'm saying? The goal is to build the friendship so that the networking becomes stronger. Yeah. I'm still doing a lot more planning because again, this idea is relatively new, but I just want to get this information out to you guys, and I also want to get feedback from you guys. But starting this week into next week, we're gonna start planning for the future trip. My goal is to have a trip done by Memorial Day weekend. I gotta look up the dates for that, just because it's a 3-day weekend. I feel that work for everybody, but again, that may not be possible. It's all good. I just want to find a weekend that works for everybody within the 2 different groups. Um, if you have any questions, ideas, especially ideas, please hit me up. I really do need 4 more admins, and I'm gonna be making infographics to express all these rules so that you don't have to see all the videos, or not rules, but the guidelines, so that you don't have to keep watching the video to know what the guidelines are. And again, I'm still planning it. Sorry if it seems a little bit disorganized. The idea is literally 2 to 3 days new, but by the end of next week, by Thanksgiving, it should be in concrete, set in stone. And I'm really excited for this to work because everybody I've talked to really likes this idea. It's just about executing it perfectly. In order for it to be executed perfectly, everybody involved has to take it serious. With that being said, again, I'm not trying to like dampen the mood. If you're not serious about this, please leave the group because this is for people that are seriously interested in investing in themselves, building themselves, and investing in others. And if you can't take 1 weekend out the year, or if you don't think you can take 1 weekend out of the year, this isn't the group for you. But if you can, we're gonna be lit, but we're gonna be professional. We're gonna build friendships that last forever. That is the goal. To build a group of people that want to build a friendship and a network that lasts forever. Thank you for watching the video, guys. I'm gonna get more information to you guys by what's today? Today is Friday. By Monday. Thanks, guys.